They will want null caller notes to swear in, and I think that is going to be round 2 of the fight. And my friends in Nup need to be prepared for anything, and at the earliest opportunity I will be telling Chagulanye this exactly. You know, there is a lot of mischief that is brewing, and I believe that Nup should stop celebrating. They should prepare for the fight ahead of them. And now we are told we only have 200 and how many votes?
39.
It can't be. It can't. We presented a very good candidate. We did. He was probably the best candidate in all of the candidates that we had. He bonded with all characters in the ghetto and everywhere else. And you want to convince FDC, a party of 20 years, that we, an area of the opposition where we have structures, that we got 259 votes, 39, totally impossible, totally ridiculous. Of course, we won't be able to know the accurate tally, as I have mentioned in my statement, but the public should take it from us that Aganaga was worth more than those votes. He was. And as I've said, we are not going to lower our guard. Beginning next week, work will continue in Kawempe division and the whole of Kampala. We are not challenging the outcome of the election. There's nowhere to start from in challenging his outcome. You all saw what happened with the military. You saw how boxes were broken. Or didn't you see, because you were chased? I think it might also be a good thing that you tested that Chiboko, so that you act pretty. That's a joke. Don't record that. To go to court. This will not be the first petition. Although, as I've also stated, it is unprecedented in the politics of NRM. It's the first time that NRM is going to go to court and over, an electoral petition. And I think this is extremely scandalous. It is. Because you control everything. The electoral commission is yours. The army is yours. ISO is yours. JAT is yours. Police is yours. Even the Kanyamas, you can buy them. And you still want to persuade anybody that you were cheated in an election?
And you failed to see enough.
Well, I think we wish them luck. That is the point at which I am going to end. Using threats is not going to help. Telling the people they are going to lose if they continue agitating is a misnomer. First, even without agitating, they are getting nothing. Why wouldn't they try to agitate for full compensation? They have tried to keep silent. They have been fed on false promises. Now is the time for them to act. And so no cow, no vote is unstoppable. No cow, no vote is unbogable. It is going to reach the grassroots of the communities that lost. And this is going to be a game changer in the politics of Uganda. If Mr. Museveni had never felt the people, he is going to feel the people in the coming election. And this is not a threat. This is a reality, and we are going to execute that reality. Whether we are locked up, we will talk to the prisoners. And in fact, I've converted a lot of prisoners during my stay in prison. And you will go to Soroti main prison and all of them will say one Uganda, one people. That is the slogan there. He gives us also opportunity to recruit from amongst the prisoners, remembering that many of them will be in time for the next election. So, Isaac, the steps do not have to be mentioned. They are not even latent. They are actually visible. By people rejecting the NRM as a lying government, a lying party, as a party that has not fulfilled its promises, is action enough to bring to account a regime. And if they failed to do it today, once we take power, we shall implement that compensation program. That is what we are going to tell to the people of the Greater North, and it's going to be included in our manifesto of 2026, 2031, just like it was in the previous manifesto. Ransom, whom are we suing? We are going to sue the Electoral Commission, because they fail to take responsibility. By the way, they fail to take responsibility because after seeing all this mess happening in Kawempe, it was within their power to stop that election. It was. The information that we have is that in 15 areas, and mark me, in 15 voting areas, not polling stations, boxes were destroyed. And you can imagine the number of votes that were not counted. They didn't stop the election. They went ahead to conduct it, even with all those flaws, and an announcement was made. Of course, we are happy that it wasn't NRM announced. So we'll take the Electoral Commission to court for being irresponsible. You all know that in a campaign, candidates incur expenses, time is lost, money is lost, and we just cannot wait to issue our bill of costs to the Electoral Commission once that ruling is made. For the case of Shafiq Sebunya, that in 2021 general elections, even with the wave of Nup, don't mind their failures along the way from that time, our candidate, the one we fielded, got in excess of 2,000 votes. And that was a rough reflection of the strength of the party, even against one of the strongest political waves that we had to endure.